Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, I got how to make a solo leveling game. I believe this is part 5. I think this is part 5, a continuation of my solo leveling series from when the first season aired to like back, I believe that was early 2024 that I was still in high school. So I think, yeah, like early 2024. So yeah, so this is part 5. I'm making Arise, which is just the shadow. It's like a shadow summon where like you kill somebody and then you're able to summon, like it'll automatically summon their shadow and stuff. And I can obviously do more with it, like have it so like you can save it and then like you can pull out different shadows at certain times in the future. Like I can add all that stuff. It just depends on how well this video does to how much more I'll do. So if this video does well, then I'll continue, making more solo leveling content and stuff. Season 2 is airing. It's fire. Not gonna lie, if you haven't checked out season 2, definitely go watch it. It's great. It's great. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so I made a few changes. The most well, that was for math, but anyway, um, so obviously the new thing, as I mentioned, was added the shadow feature. Let me just make sure. Okay, we're good. So yeah, so I just added the shadow feature and everything, right? So there are a few minor things. So first, let me mention the stuff that like is I've already that's already done. Then I'll get to the stuff that we actually have to change. Okay, so if you notice, there is an arise sound effect inside of sound service, right?
Arise.
Yep. All you gotta do, go to the toolbox, go to audio, type in solo leveling, and it'll be like the first audio, and then bam, just put it inside a sound service, and you're done, right? Then I have summon aura. It's just an R15 model that just has these VFX effects. Again, I don't make any of this stuff. I got all this from the toolbox and stuff. I can leave the link to this in the description for y'all and stuff, right? But I got this from the toolbox. You're just gonna put that inside of server storage. It's gonna be the effect that like we have around like your summons and stuff when you summon them and stuff, right? So that you'll know that it's a summon rather than like a player or NPC or anything. Well, technically it is an NPC, but like I guess like a regular NPC and stuff, right? So we have that, and then I think that was that was it. Okay, so now we get into the other stuff. So let's do this quick UI adjustment, and then we can move on to the scripting. Okay, so open up Core GUI, find system frame, set it to visible just for a little bit, open it up, right? Then you're going to go ahead and select any of the buttons, and then you're going to duplicate it. So Control plus D while having it selected, then you can just bring it down to the middle or wherever you want. Rename this to shadow button. Again, like I said, I can do more with this with the shadow feature in the future, but I just want to see how well this video does, and then I may add more stuff onto it, right? But for now, this button will just be used to destroy a shadow, right? So let's make some adjustments. Set the size to 100, or yeah, we do 100, and then background transparency to 0.3, background color to black, so just like the other ones. Bam, toss it in the middle right there, right? Then change the text to destroy shadow, right? Then boom, just like that, we are done with that. I mean, I could also change like the text stroke is black, and then yeah, okay, no, yeah, I think that should be good. So yeah, just like that, we have our shadow button, and we are done. Okay, so set the system frame to not visible anymore. Then we're done with the UI. Now we can move on to the scripting. Open up the local script, right? Got a few things that we need to do here. So first things first, you're going to scroll all the way, like we're starting up here. Scroll down to the 90s and stuff. I honestly did not realize I had this much code. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna go up here and we're gonna add something, right? Since we've added a new button, right? We just added a new button. We have the shadow button, right? Keep in mind there are only three types of buttons inside of this menu, right? We have the stats button, right? All of these are, what I'm saying, like stats button, right? Then we have our next button to like go to like the next page and whatnot, right? But then now we also have this shadow button, so we need to also add this over here. So Vita name is not equal to next button, and Vita name is not equal to shadow button. Because what would happen is it would pretty much it would trigger both this function and the next function we're about to add for the shadow feature and stuff. So we need to just add that in, right? So then find this else if, click the arrow, find the end, enter. Then we're going to say else if v dot name is equal to shadow button, enter, right? So if v dot name is equal to shadow button, then you're just going to fire their mode event, core event, fire, okay, I can't type, fire server in quotation marks, put shadow, then specify the event type. We're going to say destroy, so destroy shadow, right? Then that's literally it. We're going to go down here. We're just going to change something. So instead of this being the quest event, it'll be called notification. Because I realize I can just use this as a global thing to just make it so that like the notification tween just sets the text to whatever argument is passed along, right? So it doesn't have to be specifically for quest. It can just be any kind of notification. It makes it so like it's, easy to use. There's no point to have like a notification event and a quest event. Just have a notification one, right? Then moving on to the server script, right? Let's go up here. We need to what in the world what did I do down here? Oh, I'm wondering what did I do? Huh. That's weird. Oh, there we go. I must have deleted an extra end by mistake. Well, anyway, okay. So we're gonna go up here, all the way up here. We're gonna create two variables, two new services. First, get the tween service, right? So local TS is equal to game get service tween service. Then get the debris service. So local DS is equal to game get service debris, right? Then we're going to scroll down a good amount, not gonna lie. So a good amount, so about right here. And you're going to find the part right here. This is our combat, our M1s and stuff, right? So right here, we're going to set up a function for when you kill an enemy, right? Whether it be an NPC or a player. So we're gonna say if enemy character, right? And keep in mind, we're checking their health after we've done damage. So we're checking to see if they're dead pretty much. So if enemy character dot humanoid dot health is less than or equal to 0, because it means they're dead, right? Enter, you're then going to say if not player, find first child, shadow summon, which is just going to simply be a string value, then press enter, and then simply is a string value that keeps track of the current shadow summon the player has and stuff, like their name, I should say. So if that value doesn't exist, we'll create it. We'll say local shadow summon is equal to instance.new, in quotation marks, put string value, then shadow summon dot name is equal to shadow summon. Then shadow summon dot value is of course equal to enemy character dot name, and then lastly parent it to the player, right? Then you're gonna throw an else if. You're gonna say else if player find first child shadow summon. So if the value already exists, then you're simply just updating it. So enter, then player dot shadow summon dot value is equal to enemy character dot name, right? So boom, there you're going to skip that end. Then after all of that, you're then going to clone over the shadow. So it's just going to be an automatic shadow system. Like I said, I can change this and make it more manual. So it just depends on how well the video does. So then we're going to create a variable for the shadow. So shadow is equal to enemy character. We're just going to clone the model, right? Then we're going to update its name. So shadow.name is equal to player.name dot quotation marks space colon. I think it's called a colon, or I might be tripping. I don't know. Anyway, so that S shadow, so we keep track of, which shadow belongs to, or who shadow belongs to who, right? Then we will set its C frame, so shadow pivot to character dot humanoid root part dot C frame times C frame dot new, and then it's going to be in front of the player, so -1, -1, comma -10, bam, right? Then we're going to update its health as well. Shadow.humanoid.health we set to 100, so max health or whatever you want it to be. Then we're going to create this little shadow spear effect, which is similar to the sense spear effect, which is just like a little, just regular part spear that like just kind of we're just going to tween it so like it kind of just expunges out to like give the effect of like you're summoning something, right? So to save ourselves a whole bunch of time, we're going to go to the local script and we're going to scroll up until we find the sense spear code, right? This part right here, as well as with the tween. So you can copy and paste all this. So Control C while having it selected, go back over here, right? Then Control V. Just a few adjustments that we have to make to it. So obviously we're going to rename this to Shadow Spear, right? Then just select it, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. We're just copying and pasting. That's all we're doing. Bam, bam, right? Now, delete this part of the workspace. We're going to parent it later. So the Shadow Spear. As for the C frame, it's going to be, the shadows, humanoid root part and stuff. All of this remains the same. We do not want it to cast a shadow. Shadow spirit cast shadow is equal to false, right? Then we're going to play our arise sound effect, which again you can get from the toolbox. Arise play, right? Then we're going to wait 1.5 seconds before actually showing the summon. So then we'll say shadow.parent is equal to workspace, right? Then we will Then we will have the right here, we will have the shadow tween. Control C, Control V. Now, as for the adjustments to it, all of this is pretty much remaining the same except for the color, obviously. So the color will be black, right? I did change the sizing to be 30 by 30 instead of 50 by 50 and stuff, but you guys can set it to whatever you want. And then transparency will be set to 0.5. So 0.5, and then yeah. Then okay. We're good with that. Then we'll use the debris service. So DS add item shadow spear, comma. Then you can just put 1 second, and it'll destroy it after a second, right? Um. Then we wait. We already wait. I feel like I did this wrong. I did do this wrong. Okay, my bad, guys. So it's supposed to be yeah, my bad, guys. This is supposed to be shadow spear dot parent, and then down here is where we say shadow dot parent is equal to workspace. There we go. That makes more sense now. Okay, then just use a for IV in pairs loop and stuff to, again, this is for this specific aura. This is so that you're going to check the names of the parts and stuff just to transfer, like, the aura stuff, right? You're just going to transfer the aura and everything to the corresponding parts in the NPC, or, well, your shadow, I should say, and stuff, right? So you're just going to say for I, comma, V in pairs. You're going to say game dot serve storage dot summon aura, get children, enter for j comma f in pairs, shadow, get children, enter. Then you're going to say if v dot name is equal to f dot name, so if it's the same body part, and of course v find first child stand aura, which is the name of the aura effect, enter. Then you're gonna say local effect clone is equal to v dot stand aura clone, and then you're just going to parent this to the shadows body parts, corresponding body parts. So yeah, right, we're done with that. Then we can scroll down here. Then you can click the arrow right here, enter, else if event type is equal to destroy, or sorry, no, sorry, shadow, enter. Then we're gonna say create a variable called shadow event type is equal to arg1. Then we're going to say if shadow event type is equal to destroy, enter. Then you're going to say if workspace, of course we need to check first, player.name, dot quotation mark space, colon S, wait, not colon, apostrophe, oh, I can't believe I was calling an apostrophe a colon, that's actually crazy. Well, anyway, shadow, so if we find that the player has a shadow, enter, then you'll say workspace, regular bracket, then same thing, player name, dot quotation mark space, apostrophe S shadow, then on the outside you're going to put destroy, close parentheses, and then bam, right? Then we are done with that. Now we can move on to the quest module, which just had a few little minor adjustments. So you're going to come down here, like I said, we renamed the event, so it's no longer request, it's now notification, right? Then we go all the way down here, and then for some reason I don't know, I think I just forgot to change this, because if y'all go to the server script, you'll notice that the things like hunter rank, yeah, things like hunter rank and available points have spaces in them. I guess I just forgot to change that here, so I'm just fixing like some errors. So just select it, regular bracket, quotation marks, and then just delete the dot. That simple. Well, my bad, delete the dot. Then yeah, then same thing. Select it, regular brackets, quotation marks, delete the period. And then of course down here changes to notification. And yeah. And yeah. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and test to make sure everything works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts or models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description, as always, and stuff. Highly recommend that. And for some, I feel like something. Yeah, it was supposed to notify. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I think I know what it is. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Never mind. Stuff I forgot. It didn't give me the notification for the quiz because I'm not unranked. That's what it is. Oh, by the way, I actually forgot to mention this. So I gave the NPC here a hitbox and stuff. So I mean, I've showed this a million times, but just for anyone new who hasn't seen it, right? What you're gonna do is switch to the server side once you click play. Workspace, open up your player, human and root part, find the hitbox, copy, go into one of your rigs or whatnot, right? Find the human root part, right click, paste into, right? Then they'll have, oh, it's the other one. Then it'll have the hitbox inside of it. Then, of course, set the world constraints part 1 to the actual NPC human root part. And you also might need to set the hitbox transparency to 0 just so you can see where it is because it might not be where it needs to be. And then all you gotta do is just move it into place. Like once you click stop, obviously, once you click stop stuff. But anyway, so yeah, so we can go ahead and test this. So play here. Then boom, you guys heard the sound effect, and boom. Now we have the shadow. Not gonna lie though, it definitely should probably play a lot faster. Like there's the spear, or not play faster. The spear should definitely like like expand a lot faster and stuff. But yeah, so as you make shadow and stuff, like I said, I will make adjustments to the system. Maybe for future video and stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments and stuff. If you want more solo leveling tutorials, just let me know and stuff. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching.